Hey VC, Big Star 1000s. I'm back here to make a video. Uh, it's Revolutions number 3, and in this installment I will show you a lot of things that I've been playing in the last few weeks. Just to make a video, really. Because we make a point of showing a brand new records, but it's also nice to show records that we've been playing. In fact, some people actually prefer that. It's Revolution number 3, and I don't really know where to start. I'll have about 40 odd records or CDs to show you here. So it's in no particular order, okay? It's just, there's about 10 CDs next to me there, and I can show you, there's the CDs there in my hand, and there's a whole box of records there. So last night I was revisiting this compilation which I from 2013, years from last year, Celluloid Records Story 1979 to 1987. Fantastic sort of mutant disco, post-punk, proto hip-hop kind of deal. Fantastic comp with lots of really great band like Mathématiques Modernes, which is a French post-punk band, Last Poets, Futura 2000 featuring The Clash, and obviously Fab Five Freddy, hence the name of the compilation, Change the Beat. Very famous sort of late 70s, early 80s track, Change the Beat. I also played this other compilation that came out last year, Freedom Jazz France. Another, both of them are French. I mean, Celluloid is a French label. This is free or sort of spiritual jazz from France, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, featuring Chien Noir, François Tusk, and all sorts of amazing players. Noah Howard, Michel Roch, François Tusk, Eddie Lewis. Superb compilation. Really well packaged on the label Heavenly Sweetness. And I think they are reissuing the Chien Noir record this year, which I'm really looking forward to, because they're very, very scarce, very hard to find. Chien Noir, or Théâtre du Chien Noir, as they're known, were a French progressive band, very mythical. And since we're on compilations, I was also playing this fantastic Aussie Australian post-punk, punk and post-punk Tales from the Australian Underground, 76 to 89. This one was issued in 2003, which is the year that I moved here in Australia, and I got this, virtually when I arrived, and got me into all these really great bands: Radio Birdman, The Saints, The Scientists, The Laughing Clowns. I've talked about all these bands, and since I'm here, as segue of sorts, one of the bands that featured on this, I've been playing a bit, the Sacred Cowboys. This is from 1983. It's very sort of very melodic post-punk, not too far off in style to something like the Talking Heads, but maybe a little more abrasive than the Talking Heads, the Sacred Cowboy. This is a mini LP that they put out. And there's a song called "Nothing Grows in Texas" there, which is on this, which is why I bought this. Um, and again, segue of sorts. A band that I discovered through those compilations is this band Essendon Airport, which I discussed in my most recent vinyl finds, the one from last week, the fantastic Essendon Airport, kind of a real minimal duo, guitar, bass, drum machine from Melbourne. I got this for $1 in the thrift store. Just some cool stuff, and I probably should continue with some post-punk or electronic things to make it flow, and I think I can. I've got a couple of post-punk electronic things. This I got recently thanks to Mike, Boston and Reggie. It's Antenna, Camino del Sol, a reissue of their first album on Numero Group, really well done. This was the number 2 on the label. And this band is a French-Belgian post-punk band, and they've got this sort of very bossa nova take on post-punk, really summery kind of post-punk, which reminds me a lot of one of my favorite bands, which I've been playing to death recently, and that is Young Marble Giants. I've been playing this. This is probably the CD that I've played the most in the last 2 months, I would think. Young Marble Giants. If you don't know the Young Marble Giants, they were a band from Wales. I think they were from Cardiff or thereabouts. And they made up 2 brothers, Philip and Stuart Moxham. And the girl who sings is a girl called Alison Statham. And they've only released, this is their only album. This one version that I've got is on, I think it's on Pious. It was originally released on the Disque du Crépuscule, which is a Belgian label. Fantastic band. This version compiles almost every track that they've ever released. What can I say about the Young Marble Giants? Yes, it's guitar, bass, drum machine, and vocals. So I was talking about Essendon Airport and then Antenna. This is better than both of those bands. I'd love to have a vinyl copy of it, but I think there's nothing wrong with CDs, people. If you've got some prejudice against CDs, you gotta wake to your senses, people, because these things are now so readily available. You can get CDs for nothing. It is the golden age of second-hand CDs. Now we're in it. This I bought maybe 10 years ago. I don't know. Or when was this released? Well, this is from 1994. This compilation. So I probably bought it about 10 years ago, I would say. Closer Youth, masterpiece. I mean, it would be in my top 10 post-punk records ever. Really, it's just a fantastic record. Anything else that I can relate to this? Perhaps or not. It could go in any directions. Oh well, since I'm talking about sort of the UK post-punk scene, a segue of sorts. Been playing a bit of Robert White recently. This is a compilation of singles, covers, all sorts of things. It's called Nothing Can Stop Us Now. Nothing Can Stop Us. It has really great version of songs like At Last I'm Free by Chic. By the way, if you haven't heard the Chic version of it, it's fantastic. I know three versions of this song. One by Chic, the original, the cover by Robert White, and yet another cover by Elizabeth Fraser from the Cocteau Twins, which is just as fantastic to me. You've got Shipbuilding on this, which is another masterpiece, and just really, really an amazing compilation, Robert White. And yeah, I was talking about post-punk, but there's a lot of, I mean, even though Robert White doesn't really fit in post-punk, but this is very in line with it. I'm having a beer, by the way, not a very good one, but nevertheless. And since I'm talking about Robert White, I've also been playing this Robert White Work in Progress, which is an EP which features a cover of Biko by Peter Gabriel. And this is a promotional copy. There's a stamp there, you can hardly see it. It's a French promo copy, Rough Trade, and I bought this in Paris, in France. So, which is why it's a French promo of it. Post-punk. Yeah. Let me pull out some other stuff. My CD cabinet, my CD rack is, I don't know, I must have almost 1,500 CDs, and I haven't counted, but exactly how many, although I could check on Discogs, but there's a lot of things that I haven't played for years, and I'm stunned sometimes just how many CDs, how many great albums there are there. So I've been pulling out things, and one album that I've rediscovered recently is this compilation by this New York band called Les Savifaves, and it's called Inches. It's called Inches because it's a compilation of the early 7-inch records. Very cool, sort of dance punk in the way of stuff like The Liars or The Rapture, maybe even a little LCD Sound System in there. Very cool band, Les Savifaves. Very highly recommended to anyone who likes post-punk and sort of dance punk, that kind of thing. Think The Rapture and things like that. Okay, I'm going to move on, and maybe I'll branch out to something else. Let's branch out some folk music that I've been listening to recently. Well, actually, I'll make a segue between post-punk-ish to folk, as that. In my last Vinyl Find, I was talking about Tracy Thorn, A Distant Shore, which is Tracy Thorn, in case you don't know, is the singer of Everything But the Girl, and this is a first solo record. It's on Cherry Red, 1982, and it's kind of a very stripped down guitar vocal affair. Really lovely late night record, so nice little segue between the sort of post-punk UK scene type thing into a more folk approach. Recently I was reading an article in an old Mojo magazine about the Pentangle, which is a magnificent UK folk rock band, very kind of experimental. Jackie McShee on vocals, Burt Yatch and John Renbourn on guitars, and I think Danny Thompson on bass, and who was in the Pentangle? Who's the drummer? It escapes me for right now. Terry Cox, yes, obviously Terry Cox. So I've been playing some Pentangle. This record is fantastic. Basket of Light. This is from 1970. It's on Transatlantic, a really great label. Pretty hard to find originals on, but I think this one is. transatlantic. This is probably the most readily accessible Pentangle record there is. Basket of Lights. It's very, very groovy, very fun folk rock, UK folk rock. And when I think of Pentangle, it makes me think of their sort of 2000s answer. The answer to the Pentangle to me is this band called Espers. I've been playing this quite a bit as well. Espers, a band from I think Philadelphia, fronted by Greg Weeks and Meg Baird. Cosmic music, cosmic folk music, really like amazingly intricate, beautiful harmonies, very subtle melodies, and very expensive music. And if you're going to get anything by Espers, make it this one, which is number 2. You can see 1, 2, yeah. Fantastic album from start to finish. And since I'm talking about 2000s-ish folk, sort of freak folk, in the same kind of movement, you had the band Vetiver, who friends with people like Devendra Banhart. Actually, he plays on this record. To Find Me Gone, a really excellent sort of a neo-folk rock record, but you know, it's from 2006, I think. And these are records that I bought when they came out, basically. I mean, as I said, they're all rediscoveries from. You can see Devendra on there on this picture there. Look at this in the middle, Devendra Banhart. 2006, I think this is from. Very cool. Andy Kabik is the leader of Vetiver. And so since we're talking about folk music, this has been spun a few times recently. Emmanuel Parrainin, Maison Rose, which is a French folk record from 1977 on the label Ballon Noir. Fabulous sort of mix between Celtic folk and some sort of Fairport Convention sensibility, you know. I think it's produced by Jean-Claude Vanier, who produces at Gainsbourg. Fantastic, amazing. I'm going for time, 18 minutes. I have so many more things to show you, so I'll keep going, and I'll try to make it under 30 minutes. Who knows? If you don't want to watch, switch me off. You know, obviously. Another great folk record that I've been playing recently is this current 93 record of Ruin or Some Blazing Star. Current 93 is David Tibbets. I mean, he made so many records. It's very hard to keep track of David Tibbets' work. It's just sort of avant-garde folk music. And I've just a few weeks back I've ordered his most recent release, the one from this year. I can't remember the name of it, but should come in soon because I really like his work. It's great. This was originally released in, I don't know. I don't want to open it, but I will open it anyway because there's no date. There's no date anyway. I look it up. I'm guessing 2000s sometimes, maybe even 1990 something, but hey, I don't know. Okay. All right. I'll continue. What else? Okay. 2 nights ago, I was grooving to Rubicon, I don't know why I pulled out this record specifically. I just wanted something a bit cosmic and dreamy and late night ish, and that really did the trick. Amazing record, 1975. Apparently, it was named Rubicon after Edgar Froese enjoyed so much his stay in the little town of Rubicon in Victoria. This is Melbourne is the capital of Victoria. So in country Victoria, there's a little spelt differently Rubicon with an I think. But they decided to name the album Rubicon. There's lots of Australian references in Tangerine Dream, but lots of Melbourne references in Tangerine Dream's music, especially a solo album by Edgar Froese. As usual, as per the last few months, years, there's always a bit of Leonard Cohen playing at my house, and recently it's been songs from a room, especially the song Lady Midnight, which I love at the moment. Lady Midnight is a beautiful, beautiful song. Leonard Cohen from Canada. And for no particular reason, I'm thinking of songwriters, and this has been played a lot too recently. Beck Mutations. We've talked a lot about the new Beck album, compared to Sea Change. Sea Change is a monumental record, really. I mean, if you listen to it properly. Big homage to Serge Gainsbourg, massive. Really a crowning achievement. And this is, to me, the equal of a Sea Change. It's a fantastic acoustic, mainly acoustic record. Kind of the bridge between Odelay and Sea Change. It's like the middle record. And I've been playing this the most recently. Bottle of Blues, Cold Brains, Tropicalia, and Lazy Flies, fantastic songs. Okay, what else? I've been playing a bit of Neil Young as well, especially a lot of On the Beach, which is here. A lot of this, especially the title track. Just totally in love with the title track at the moment. I don't know why. It's this kind of mellow, amazing, kind of bluesy, but not track. And I heard a really great cover version by Radiohead for some reason on YouTube, and it sort of got me back into the song. This is Neil Young's best album, people. This is it. That's it. That's Neil Young's best album. If you think Neil Young's best album, if you still think it's Harvest, you need to wake up. Now, because I was playing On the Beach a lot, I pulled out Time Fades Away again, which I've had for years and years, but you see it's pretty beat up, but which according to Neil Young says that it's his least favorite record, and it's one of the only, or maybe the only one of his records that you can't buy on CD. It's only there's only the original version on vinyl that exists. It's got some really great songs. There's lots of live material, but it's got Journey Through the Past on it, and the song Time Fades Away, and Don't Be Denied, which is fantastic. That's a great record from the Ditch trilogy. Is that right? Two Nights a Night, On the Beach, and Time Fades Away. Someone that sounds a bit like Neil Young when he sings is the singer of Grandaddy, Jason, what's his surname? Little, something like that, Lyle. I was a big fan of this in 2000 when it came out, this record, The Software Slump. Played it a lot. Beautiful record. In sort of Mercury Rev, Neil Young kind of school of songwriting. What else? Chris 4127 Basket sent me some really fantastic records, and I'd like to discuss a couple of them. He sent me this Marvin Gaye record, which is fantastic. I knew it. I'm not going to talk about it very much, but it's a great record. The ones that I really want to talk about the most are those two. He sent me this Piranha record. Oh my word! What a fantastic record that is. Side one is instrumental kind of prog psych, but it's its own flavor. This band, they're a Swiss band, is amazing. And side two's got really trippy vocals, and I love this record. Christoph, thank you so much. This is superb. Very, very, very cool record. And the record that I've enjoyed the most so far, out of all the records that you sent me, is Yves Simon. Ah, word! What a great record! Just a beautiful piece of music. Like you described it as soul folk, but I don't know. It's just a really beautiful folk record. I mean, to me, but it's very soulful. I know what you mean when you say soul folk. I love this. I absolutely love it. It's going to be one of my favorite records. Since we're talking about soul, I've also been playing Soul of the Bible by the Cannonball Adderley, Nat Adderley Sextet. A great sort of concept jazz funk records. Picked this up in January this year. It's great. Lots of British pop in my house at the moment. Yes, I'm into a Blur phase at the moment. I was just listening to Think Tank just before. I love this record. I loved it when it came out. I mean, I remember listening to Charmless Man and Country House and Stereotypes, full blast, when I was at university. When this is from '95, yeah, '95. I still fully remember the silly battle between Roll With It by Oasis and Country House, and which Blur won. And Blur is still a better band these days. They're still. I still love Blur. Last night, or no, it was last night, 2 nights ago, I was driving to my favorite Belle and Sebastian EP, 369 Seconds of Light. I'm a massive Belle and Sebastian head. I have everything that they've recorded. I've seen them. I've read the biographies. Everything. Every time I take my guitar out, I play a Belle and Sebastian song practically. And this is my favorite EP that they've ever released. And I've had this for many, many years, and I will love it until I die, I think. A while back, I picked up this Stone Roses compilation for $2. I've got plenty of Stone Roses, but this was too good to pass up. Every single, So Young, Elephant Stone, etc. Been playing this a lot recently. Grace. Some neo-crat rock. Subway. 2 dudes in England making some neo-crat rock. This is from 2009. You can see electronics, Roland, Korg, blah blah blah. Amazing record, really really cool. What else? Dead Can Dance, Spleen and Ideal. I've been playing a lot of Dead Can Dance recently. I love them as well. Fantastic band. Do you think that they're from here as well? They're from round the corner here. This is a fantastic record. I think it's their second or third record. Everything is falling in front of me. The other day, Sequoia Flame showed his copy of this record, Quasi, featuring Birds. Oh, I love this record. David, if you're watching this, much love for this record. Amazing. A few more things. I'm on 30 minutes, but it won't be too much longer. Again, another Chris 417 basket VCLT. Oh, this Melodia ensemble, Russian jazz funk, superb. Played this a couple of times, amazing. Thank you, Christophe. Some French library music. Roland Bouquet, Paradia. This guy is in a band called I've got a blank. Catharsis. Yes. I've got these records, but it's just blanked out. Catharsis, yes. Great record. 1970 something. On Cobra. Here you go, Cobra. There you go. Another bit of VCLT sent to me by Sonic Mainliner. Thank you again, Sonic Mainliner. I really was digging this the other day. Obviously, a great album on the Black Jazz label. Doug Kahn, Adam's Apple. Fantastic. A friend of mine from work was telling me that he was listening to Dinosaur Jr. and I said, "Oh, I've got to pull out my my copy of Green Mind. This is a great record. Dinosaur Jr. Very, very cool record. 1991, I think. Yes, correct." Have you heard of Jim White, Wrong Guy Jesus? You should. In the sort of Bill Callahan, Buddy Prince Billy, Wilco school of sort of Americana, but a very, very strong, very solid record from start to finish. 1997 on Waka Bop, which is the label run by David Byrne. Finally, I've showed this last time, Nation Time. Amazing, amazing, amazing records. Joe McPhee, spiritual jazz. And this sent to me again by Chris 417 Basket. Toquinho and Vinicius, some bossa nova from the late 60s or early 70s. So there you go, 33 minutes worth of talk and nonsense, just for your pleasure. I hope you enjoyed, and leave me some comments and talk to me.